In a world that's just so loud, how do you turn your home into a place where you can actually rest? Well, today we're going to talk about exactly that. Let's get right into it.
No, really, think about it for a sec. With all the notifications, the never ending to do lists, and just this constant stream of information, finding a place where you can just be, man, it's more important than ever, right?
And that's our whole goal here, to show you how a few really intentional choices can turn your home into that restorative retreat, a place that actually fills you up instead of, draining the life out of you.
Oh, I just love this quote. It perfectly sets the mood for what we're going for. We're not aiming for some perfect showroom here. We're talking about a space that just quietly has your back. Okay, so why does this even matter so much? Because it's not just about making things look pretty. There's like a real scientific link between our surroundings and how we feel inside. It's actually kind of mind-blowing how much our surroundings affect us. When your home feels calm, it's like it gives your brain permission to be calm too. And that leads to all the good stuff. Clearer thinking, way less stress, even better sleep. Who doesn't want that? And, a really powerful tool for this is a totally fresh take on minimalism. I want you to just forget that idea of these cold, empty, sterile rooms. Instead, think of it more like intentional editing. You're just cutting out the noise to make room for what actually brings you joy.
All right, so where do we even start? Well, the very first step is to create a calm foundation, kind of like clearing your canvas before you start painting.
I want you to think of these colors as like a deep breath for your eyes. Psychologically, colors like warm white and beige are just easier on us. They basically demand less from our eyes and our brains. This reduces all that mental chatter and just makes any room feel so much more open and peaceful. Ah, okay, this is the big one, isn't it? The second you have that calm backdrop, all the stuff just seems to scream at you. So, what do we do about it? Okay, the trick here is to change how you think about it. This isn't about getting rid of things. It's about curating your space. Just start small and ask yourself, is this thing functional or is it meaningful? And hey, really pay attention to that last one, letting empty space be part of the design. That space isn't wasted, you guys. It's room to breathe. It's restful. Okay, so now that your canvas is clear, it's time for the fun part, intentionally adding back some layers of warmth and texture. As humans, we have this deep, built-in connection to the natural world. Bringing materials like wood, linen, or stone inside just feels good. They ground the space and add this soft, touchable feeling that, let's be honest, plastic and polyester just can't compete with. It's amazing how a simple linen throw or a little clay vase can completely change the vibe of a corner. And this exact same idea applies to your furniture. Instead of these big, bulky pieces that are screaming for attention, look for furniture with simple, clean lines that just support the room's feeling. The goal here is lightness, openness, not heavy, bogged down. And please, please don't forget to add a little bit of actual life. I mean, plants literally clean the air you're breathing, and they bring this quiet, organic softness to a room. They're perfect for softening hard edges and really driving home that feeling of a natural sanctuary. All right. The foundation is set. The layers are in. Now it's time for the final, almost magical part, shaping the actual mood of your space. I'm telling you, nothing shapes a mood more than lighting. Swapping out that one harsh overhead light for a few layers of softer light, a floor lamp over here, a little table lamp over there, it is an absolute game changer. And switching out heavy drapes for sheer curtains that let all that beautiful natural light filter in, wow, it instantly transforms a room. Art doesn't have to shout to make a statement. Just one carefully chosen piece, maybe with soft colors or some gentle shapes, can create this perfect, calm focal point that kind of ties the whole room together. And then there's this. I really want you to let this one sink in for a minute. See, in a world that's constantly telling us to fill every second and every corner, choosing to leave empty space is like a radical act of calm. It gives your eyes a place to rest, and it makes the few beautiful things you have chosen to display feel even more special. So this brings us to the final and kind of ongoing step, because a calm home isn't really ever done. It's a space that you're always slowly, thoughtfully curating. It really is all about your intention. So, before you bring anything new into your space, or even as you're just looking at what you already own, Ask yourself these super quick questions. First up, is it functional? Does it actually serve a purpose?
Okay, next. Is it beautiful? I mean, does looking at it make you happy? Does it feel like you?
And maybe the most important question of all, does this thing help the space breathe? Does it add to that sense of calm, or does it kind of just add to the noise?
And just remember, this is so not about having a perfect home that looks like it's straight out of a magazine. It's simply about making intentional choices that support the feeling you want to create for yourself.
So let's end with this thought. This doesn't have to be some giant, overwhelming project. Maybe it's as simple as clearing off one countertop, or buying one little plant, or just changing a light bulb. What is one small, intentional change you can make today to start letting your home whisper?